What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to the channel. My name is Big Fry. If you guys are new here, as always, feel free to hit that subscribe button. Guys, today we're bringing you an update on a game that I did some coverage of a few months back. This game was called BurstFire. You guys might remember I put out two videos essentially tearing the game apart, laying out a bunch of facts in regards to the deal signed between the publisher Free Reign Entertainment, responsible for games like War Z, Romero's Aftermath, the deal between them and Nacho Games, who were the guys who worked on Fuckin. They were ex-developers of Fuckin. There was a lot of controversy surrounding the publisher, you know, rightfully so, they're scam artists, and Nacho Games, who at the time felt that they didn't understand why so many people hated the fact that they were A, working with Free Reign, and B, using their proprietary engine, and they also didn't understand that the game was a ripoff of Rainbow Six Siege down to the core. The only problem is it didn't rip it off good enough because the game was garbage. And they didn't understand the criticisms, and back then it got a lot of hate. Not just from me, from a lot of people. I was quoted back then saying the deal with Free Reign Entertainment is going to lead to the downfall of this game. I can guarantee it. Now, the events in the last week or so have kind of now made sense to me. There was a comment left on my initial review. Actually, it was somebody apologizing, saying, hey, I gave you a lot of shit back in the day, but I realize now that you were right. And I was like, God damn, they must have abandoned the project. So, whatever, move on. I figured that was going to happen, that the game was dead, because that's what Free Reign does. They leave their games high and dry and then move on to the next to make more money. I predicted it. And then tonight, this is Christmas Eve, mind you, a comment gets left on my, the Merry Christmas video that I put out today. Somebody by the name of, Will Brighton, shout out to you. He says, you need to do a fucking video on the BurstFire refund. And I'm like, what's he talking about? What's going on? I left this game alone. Like, what the fuck? So the first thing you see is the game is no longer available to purchase on Steam. And my initial thought was this was some kind of Christmas miracle. Free Reign is getting fucked. Finally. Now, digging a little deeper, and you see that their Facebook and Twitter page for BurstFire hasn't had updates since August, when they last called their first pass at balance. So essentially the first fucking patch they ever did. Nothing. Not a single post since August. We're in December, obviously. It's fucking Christmas. On the front of the store page, there has been an update. I'm going to read a little bit of it here. So, on the 21st of December, which was just a couple days ago, they said, all of us at Nacho Games and Free Reign Entertainment are proud about the BurstFire game. We feel that we have been able to achieve a lot in a short time. BurstFire was fun for us during both our internal tests and open alpha summer 2015. That's as far as they got. Unfortunately, the game in its current state did not get popular enough for us to provide quality updates for it. To put it simply, the game just doesn't have enough players to be fun. You may notice when playing that it's difficult to find players to join a full game session. We think that by continuing to sell the game right now, we're providing a disservice to our players that buy the game and expect an active player base. To make sure that players are not getting a bad experience, we've decided to halt the sale of the game. We're going back to the drawing board and redesigning the game to better fit player expectations. For the next 7 days, they're going to provide unconditional refunds to anyone who bought the game, regardless of how many hours you've played or how long ago you purchased it. Refund it 100%, no questions asked. They're going to keep the game servers up for the people who don't want to return the game. You guys still want to support it. You're still going to have your servers. And they say, thank you for giving us your vote of confidence for trying out BurstFire. They're going to be back in 2016 with a new and updated game. Cool. So, game sucks. The reason it sucks is because it fucking sucks. The reason people don't play is because it fucking sucks. And they realize that they're not selling you what the experience says, right? 5-on-5. They can't even make a 5-on-5 game, right? Because nobody's playing it. Looking at the numbers, the highest peak in the last 3 months was 58 players. So that's, 58 unique players at one time. And I believe the day, hold on, let me just confirm it. That day was on December 9th. Before that, it would sit, on average, you're sitting around 30, give or take, 25 maybe. So nobody was playing it, and they said, fuck it, we're going to halt the game. Respectable. I gotta say respectable. But here's the thing. The thing that I noticed right off the bat before we even look at what they wrote is who wrote this update. You'll look, it's a series of numbers. And to me, that indicates that whoever wrote this post has since erased their account. So Steam just gives it a random fucking ID. There is really nothing that we know about this person. Their profile says 324 days since their last login. Obviously, it's not the case. The account has been deleted. Now, the question is if the developers are, coming out with a new game, what would be the reason for deleting the account? And I had to dig a little bit deeper, so obviously I reached out to one of the developers who I actually quoted, multiple times in my old videos by the name of Minicharge. Minicharge obviously works at Nacho Games. I reached out, asked him if he could comment, and then it turns out, looking at his tweets, Nacho Games has been fired by Free Reign Entertainment. Minicharge is quoted, he puts a tweet out saying, "Sadly, the game didn't garnish interest and our publisher dropped us, shutting our doors. Sucks a lot, but nature of the beast." So first off, before we get into any of the discussion here, I want to say my condolences to Nacho Games. I always said from the very beginning that this deal is going to kill the game. And look what happened. It did. It fucks your studio. It sucks because I understand, you guys made Fuckin, and I always said you guys had to put food on the table. The deal that you guys made was an unfortunate one, and we had to hold you guys accountable for that decision as gamers, as people who spoke with our wallets, right? It sucks, it's happening right around Christmas time. So to celebrate, I feel is kind of that sucks. A lot of people are out of work, which is unfortunate, especially in the gaming industry. The indie game scene is so difficult to break into, and that's unfortunate for Nacho Games. For Free Reign Entertainment, on the other hand, ooh, I am so glad that you were losing your ass on your investment. Oh my God. I seriously hope, I fucking hope that you guys go broke trying to come out with a Rainbow Six clone. Really? Oh, it's so fucking, what's the word I'm looking for? Vindicating. It's so vindicating to see scam artists get put in their place by the gaming industry. Changing your company name doesn't make you hide from anybody. We know who you are. And we know that regardless whatever developer you come out with in 2016 to make this game, it doesn't fucking matter. The game is dead. Your company is dead. It's over. And this proves it. Anything you guys do from now on is done. Dead on arrival. Nacho Games, I'm sorry this happened to you. It was a decision that ultimately led to the demise of the game and your studio. But Free Reign Entertainment, I know they're not done. They're going to keep shilling fucking garbage games. They're going to keep moving on with this, and I'm going to be there when you do. We're all going to be there. So, in a sense, guys, I'm glad to see the game die. I'm not going to lie. I'm glad to see it dead because it was a ripoff right off the bat. It didn't deserve to see the light of day. I'm glad people spoke with their wallets. Finally. If only we could do that shit to EA in the masses like we did with Free Reign Entertainment. Fuck, we'd be laughing. Nacho Games, I'm sorry, everyone who worked there. It's a shitty situation, especially around Christmas time. So my condolences, and I hope to see you guys working on other projects in the future. Free Reign Entertainment, go fuck yourself.